When asked about the favourites for the 2026 World Cup, everyone names the same countries: France, Brazil, Argentina, and the like. Nobody says Spain. And that is exactly what Spain wants. Because when you look at Spain's squad, one thing catches your attention: no visible stars. In the truest sense, there is no name who can single-handedly decide a match, bring the crowd to its feet, or tear apart the opposition alone. No Mbappe, no Vinicius, no Bellingham. But this is not a weakness. This is a strategy. Spain's football history was actually built on the complete opposite. In the 1980s and 1990s, Spain had a football culture that worshipped individual stars: Butragueño, Hierro, Raúl. Every generation had a hero, and without that hero, Spain could not win anything. Even at the 2006 World Cup, Spain was a team with individual flashes of brilliance, but no collective identity. Then everything changed. Luis Aragonés made a single decision in 2006. He left Raúl out of the squad, the greatest Spanish footballer of that era, the top scorer, the man in the hearts of the fans, and everyone went mad. So why did he make such a decision? Aragonés had a simple answer: a star cannot save a team, but a system can win a championship. And the name of that system was taka. Short passes, high pressing, constant movement, possession control. Nobody stood out above the rest. Everyone was equal. The ball always went to the player in the best position. They became European champions in 2008, world champions in 2010, European champions again in 2012. They managed to become the most dominant national team history had ever seen. And even in that team, there were no stars. Xavi, a system player. Iniesta, a system player. Villa, a system player. But then that system collapsed, and Spain were lost for years. So how did they come back? In 2021, Luis Enrique took Spain to Europe. When you saw the squad, you were surprised. Torres, Olmo, Pedri, Gavi, familiar names, but not world stars. And Spain played the best football of that era at that tournament. Then they became champions at Euro 2024, with the same philosophy, achieved it again without stars. So, how does this system work? Modern Spain is built on three core principles. First, positional play. Every player controls a specific area of the pitch. When the ball is lost, everyone immediately presses. The transition between defense and attack is almost instant. Second, collective pressing. Spain does not wait to win the ball back. The moment they lose it, they try to win it back at the exact point they lost it. This gives the opposition no time to even think. Third, fluid positional rotations. In Spain, a striker sometimes plays like a midfielder. A left-back sometimes behaves like a midfielder. Nobody is fixed in one area. This constantly disrupts the opposition's defensive organization. Now let's compare this with their rivals. France's system depends on Mbappe. If Mbappe doesn't play well that day, France are an ordinary team. Brazil's system depends on Vinicius. When Vinicius stops, Brazil stops. Spain's system depends on nobody. If Pedri gets injured, Yamal plays. If Yamal stops, Olmo steps in. The system continues. But there is a very important question here. Can a team without stars truly become world champions? History says yes. In 2010, even Spain's most expensive player was cheaper than the reserve players of other countries, but they became champions. Because a system is always stronger than an individual. A star might not have a great day. They can get injured, they can crumble under pressure, but a well-built system never crumbles. How does Spain become champion in 2026? In the group stage, nobody takes them seriously. By the time they reach the quarterfinals, opponents struggle to figure out their system. In the semifinals, they have the advantage of freshness because no single player has been overloaded. And on the night of the final, while the opposing team's star is tired and under pressure, Spain will still be playing at the same tempo, with the same system. Of course, this system has its weaknesses too. In big matches, you sometimes cannot create the difference that individual genius provides. In 2022, they were eliminated on penalties against Morocco. The system worked in that match, but the goals didn't come. Sometimes an Mbappe moment can bring the entire system crashing down. And in 2026, exactly these kinds of teams will stand in Spain's way. Football has always been built around individuals. Pelé, Maradona, Ronaldo, Messi. These names defined football. But Spain is showing us something different. Perhaps the future of football lies not in stars but in systems. Perhaps the greatest talent is learning to play together. And if Spain become champions in 2026, this will not just be a trophy. It will be a manifesto for how football should be played. What do you think? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in new videos.